Hi guys, my name is Marcus. I'm the developer of Raidborn and the person behind Phodex Games. In this video here, I will talk about the future of this channel, Raidborn development, and more. Yes, I know, yet another update video, but that's how it is. I just didn't have much time to create other sorts of content, but that's also the topic of this video. First of all, I would like to say thank you to all of you who have played the Raidborn alpha demo and also participated in the survey. Surprisingly, basically all of you were really honest with your feedback, and thus it was really valuable, and I also already implemented some of the ideas you have suggested so far. So now let's talk about the actual topic of the video. You know, in the past few weeks I did a lot of evaluation and analyzed all of my social media stats and, made Excel tables and put everything in there and made myself thoughts about what measures I can execute to spread the word and to let people know that Raidborn is there, not only to acquire players for the game, because, that's the idea, making a game and people play it. But also, of course, to make enough profit, hopefully when I launch the game, that I continue doing this kind of thing, because I just like doing it and I would love to continue, and I would also already consider it my profession, but still I would like to keep it as my profession, and for that, of course, you need some money. Yeah, but that's not the topic of the video. The topic of the video is that this not only gave me some new ideas and showed me what is important and what I should focus on and what I should not focus on. It also clearly showed me that so far, and for that I don't really need any stats or Excel tables or whatever, but it showed me that so far I wasn't too successful in spreading the word about Raidborn. So I decided to try something different, a different approach, because so far I always try to find the balance between social media, PR and marketing stuff, and game development, of course. Why so, you may ask? Why am I doing this? Well, experts say, and I have to say quote experts because I don't exactly know, but usually it's told that you should start, spreading the word about your game as early as possible and also continuously do it. However, in retrospective now, as I've done it for 2 years at least, I think, I have to say that maybe that's not completely true. I mean, there is definitely some truth to it, and it's important that you start relatively early, and be it only to get experience. But I personally had a hard time finding the balance, and it also was exhausting for me, and especially as currently other things are coming up in my life that take some of my time and my focus and everything, that just gets more difficult. And the problem isn't the time alone. It's also that, social media stuff, marketing, creating videos, whatever, whatever you list here, it requires a lot of mental capacity and requires being smart. And that's really exhausting. And a game, I can tell you, I'm doing this game for many years now, and I'm doing game development for many years now, and I can tell you that making a game is really mentally exhausting, because it's an extremely creative task. Every single thing, every color in the game, every corner in the game, you can get creative about. And it really has quite some downsides if you try to balance your creative energy between making videos, images, GIFs, whatever, and making the game. It's really tricky because both of those tasks, doing marketing and building a YouTube channel alone, I'm not talking about Twitter or whatever. If you're just talking about building a YouTube channel and making a game, those are both massive tasks, and it's really hard to balance them. So my solution for this is that I will from now on focus on bringing Raidborn to an advanced and stable stage. With other words, I will focus on the development of Raidborn and basically do very little to nothing in regards of social media activity and content and videos and posts and whatever. By the way, I did exactly that for the past few months when I was developing the Raidborn alpha demo. And my idea now is just to continue this because it worked well and it really, the game really benefited from it. But I will talk about some more reasons why it's a good idea in a minute. Because, the idea is that when the game reaches a stage where it's getting ready for the early access release, I will switch my focus back to social media. That means new videos, social media posts. I will continue making email formats, maybe even new email formats. And by the way, I will try to, whatever happens, continue with my Dev Diary format because I personally like it and people also like it. And if you would like to stay up to date about Raidborn, and if you would like to see some more insights about how I feel about making the game and what challenges I'm facing and just more personal stuff, then make sure to create a Raidborn account. You not only get cool benefits and continuously get goodies until the game gets released and even beyond that, check out the website raidborn.com and consider making an account. Okay, enough sellout here. This will also mean that when I come back and when I will return to making content, that you can expect new kinds of content and that I will just try to think things out, and that there probably will also be more content than you've ever seen from me before. The plan is to keep the stage going, the stage of creating content for as long as I meet the requirements to hopefully make the early access launch of Raidborn a success. Those requirements, for example, are, to get a little bit more precise, a certain amount of wishlists, Raidborn account creations, or YouTube subscribers. Of course, it can also be Twitter subscribers, but the stats like wishlists and so on I just mentioned are the core pillars of my marketing efforts. There are some more reasons that led me to make this decision. For example, in the past, I had to make quite some compromises when making content because it was so hard to balance, and I always had to think, okay, this only should take 2 weeks. If it takes longer, then I don't want to do it because the game also, there are so many topics I need to take care of, and so on and so forth. And the same kind of happened with the game, but when I made compromises, I always try to make them with the content, with social media stuff and YouTube videos. Because of course, for me at least, the game is much more important. I think also in general the game is more important. If the game is bad, nobody wants to play it. So it was always, and it was also, for me personally, it was annoying because I wanted to make fantastic videos. I wanted to spend 10 hours, I spent 10 hours for a video, but, spent weeks for a video. I don't know, but I just couldn't because the time wasn't there, and I always had those deadlines because I set self-set deadlines, yes, but still deadlines, and it just was annoying, and I don't want to do that anymore. And I think it's a good idea to focus on one thing and then switch to another, focus on that. And I think quality will greatly benefit. And also, it's difficult to show stuff from the game when it's not ready, when features are missing, when bugs are there, when content is missing. And it's also hard to make it look good because sometimes, the color grading is just not there yet because it's not important. And this takes extra effort to do this. And it's effort that's not necessary, in my opinion. Because, when I, for example, launch the Steam shop, I need to take, a bunch of days to set up the graphics that looks as good as possible and make scenes and everything, and load up old stuff that's currently completely buggy and get it working again, that I can make screenshots of it because it will be in the game, but it maybe currently doesn't work, and it's really tricky thing. So it's much easier when the game is there to make, content. Also about the game, I can show stuff. I can show you the, combat system. I can talk about the combat system in detail and show all the features the game has to offer and everything. I can't do that if I'm currently working on the game, either because it looks horrible if I would show it, or it just doesn't work yet, or it doesn't work the way it should work in the end. And yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of issues with the kind of marketing I'm doing currently, this balance back and forth thing. And yeah, that's the reason why I will focus on the game, and then focus, as long as it's necessary, on spreading the word. There are my plans for the future. Let me know what you think about it. But I hope you're not too sad. You can, for example, follow me on Twitter. I will continue being at least somewhat active there. I will post some stuff if I find something interesting. I will also try to continue my dev diary, so make sure to subscribe. Make sure to create a Raidborn account on raidborn.com to be able to receive those news. And in general, if I have something to say, I usually always do it via email if I'm not active on other channels. So I will try to keep active with my newsletters and give you an update once I'm out for something. Okay, that was it for the video. Stay cool, have a great day, and as I just said, hopefully I will be back soon.